Good afternoon. My name is Joseph Lloyd and I source cars for people on a professional basis, hence the name of my channel, Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. 4 years ago, I was asked to come up with a series of videos that were filmed inexpensively. We don't use digital cameras, we don't use fluid head tripods, we don't use shotgun microphones, we wear tatty shirts, we just use a phone. But we look at cars that you can buy for a budget up to £1,000 only, and we very much enjoy ourselves. These are cars that might be in cosmetically bad condition. You might see oil leaks, rattly dashboards and cosmetic imperfections, but we go all over the country and we find these very inexpensive cars that you all seem to enjoy watching. Oh viewers, I got very excited a few months ago when I filmed the 200th episode of No Budget Reviews on a Daewoo Lanos. I got so excited that I decided to film another one. This one is actually an earlier one. This is a really early Lanos. It was registered in the month they went on sale in this country, which I think was August or September 1997. It's got reproduction plates on it that it would have actually had originally. There is the original one in the boot, but a gentleman who owns this and his friends have decided that they want to make this look as good as possible. So this car is probably the only Lanos in this country that's been fully resprayed. It is ridiculous. We've even got some wheel trims on here. Now these wheel trims, apart from one of them, are the original ones, but they've actually been repainted. So yeah, and it was a complete set. One of them has come from Germany and it cost about £50. Absolutely and utterly insane. Still got the correct sort of glass all in. We've got the original stickers, vehicle and radio equipped with anti-theft deterrent system. Got the ABS and dual airbag. This is the 1.4 SE, which was the least expensive 5-door model available. Believe it or not, there was a more basic one available as well, which was called the 1.4 S, which was only available as a 3-door, which had unpainted bumpers. So no paint fade. Paintwork was quite good actually, apparently, before it was resprayed. Now it's absolutely immaculate. The best looking Lanos in the country, with polished headlamps and everything like that. It's also had the bulbs converted to LEDs. And you can see at the bottom, unlike the SX, we drove 1.6 SX earlier on, we've got blanking plates for the fog lamps. It's amazing how narrow the track is on this as well, which is crazy. Let's have a look at the interior actually. There are some bits still to do on this. I mean, this door sill needs reattaching and things, but apart from that, it's very good. You've got original Daewoo mats in here, windy windows of course, and also got manual mirrors. I think this has central locking, but that's about it really. There's not much else to say. No air conditioning, just a blank button. You do get a rev counter, which is nice, but it's only done 45,000 miles. And it has possibly the least convincing cup holders I think I've ever seen in my life. It just... Ugh. Original Daewoo stereo, of course, with bass and fader control. Just nothing really. I mean, it's just hard, vacuum-formed plastic. The lady who owns this car, had it from new. She had it from new. She was quite keen to buy this. And the garage registered it as a demo and actually then sold it on to her. Typical jazzy 1990s seat fabric, not very damped glove box. Ooh, that's stuck, is it? Isn't that crazy? That's actually stuck. Whoops. Yeah, that needs sorting out. Compartment there to put stuff, 5-speed manual. Not much else. A little place to put a drink, which you're probably going to spill. I presume it's a coin tray. And nothing. We've actually got the tilt adjustment for the steering, which is good. It didn't get that on all basic cars this price back in 1997. Apart from that, yeah, I'm not really sure what else to tell you that I haven't already said. I'm just so absolutely amused that somebody would decide that actually this was worth repainting, but they have, and the interior is actually really good. Look at the way the fabric is almost like new. There's a bit of scratching on the door card. That's to be expected really for a car that's over 25 years old. Yeah, no head restraints or anything in the back. I've moved the seat forward a little bit for me because Owen is considerably taller than I am. It's all right. Again, my head's up against the roof lining. Just to sit here, if you're just going to, I don't know, school or going to work or something, or whatever situation you'd be in the back of one of these for, it's fine. It's just not really a lot to say apart from the jazzy seat fabric. It's just very sort of conventional, kind of small car from the late 90s. It's about as generic. Look, the styling's neat enough. It's sort of inoffensive, really. And we'll open up the boot. You can see here, actually, that's one of the original plates. There we are. He didn't have a dealer name on it because the dealer itself, in this case, actually owned by Daewoo themselves, and you got exciting things like a 3-year warranty. I know. Crazy. So we've seen a boot already before. This is all the stuff that's kind of been used to prepare the car to this sort of standard. Because this is, if there was such a thing as a concours Lanos, this is it. This is it. Isn't it wonderful? Same chaps actually, they brought that Suzuki Baleno to Festival of the Unexceptional last year, and that was also a car I filmed, and also it was in amazing condition. This, I think, if anything, is better. Yeah, let's have a look under the bonnet, shall we? That's something else to talk about. So, E-Tech branded engine, although it's a General Motors Family 1 engine really. Capacity is under 1350 litres, but it's 1350cc, sorry, but it's badged as a 1.4 litre for some reason. Same thing happened with the Mark 2 and 300 Jazzes, the 1.3 litre engine, closer to like 1340 something cc, was badged as a 1.4. I don't know why they decided to do that. But there we go. You can check the Family 1 straight away because it's got this sort of wavy rocker cover on the top. So very much of work to be done in here. We've got, for example, shot top mounts have been replaced. They're still squeaking actually when you drive. That heat shield's been painted. It's just all been tidied up. But very easy to work on. Gearbox is just down there. You can see the oil filter. Cam belt covers just on here. That's just been done as well, new cam belt. So extraordinary really, just have a car like this to this sort of standard. But you know, I find this sort of thing very exciting, and so does Owen and his friends. Because they're a bit strange like I am. Anyway, I better stop chuckling to myself, viewers, and we better take this 1.4 SE Lanos out for a little drive. Hey viewers, driving another Daewoo Lanos. I am so unbelievably excited for no particular reason. Even though it's only like a low speed test drive around the streets of Manchester today, I'm still far more excited than I should be. This one actually seems to drive a little bit smoother than the other one, because this has got, I think, about half the miles that did. So, yeah. It's still not the most refined car in the world or anything like that. It's reasonably comfortable and easy to drive. The gearbox is a little bit floppy, like the General Motors gearboxes of the year always were. So in addition to this 1.4 with 73 horsepower, you could also get a 1.6 which had a variable length intake system on it with 104 horsepower, which also had better brakes, different suspension and things like that. This one, I still can't tell the difference between these. Despite having driven, this is the third Lanos I've driven, I can't quite tell the difference between, you know, these 1.4s and 1.6s in one respect, but I don't think I need to worry too much. I mean, how many of you have actually driven one of these? Apart from, you know, when they were current, now there's just none left. It also means, you know, rarity just doesn't equal value in the world of cars. It just doesn't. Because you've got this, and they're very rare, these Lanos, isn't it? This is a really nice one. This is like the nicest one you'll ever see, and they don't have any value at all. Whereas, I don't know, Morris Minor MGB, there's something like 12 to 15,000 of those around on the road, and you know, they're actually some of them worth a lot of money. So there we go. It's just a sort of funny thing. I mean, most of you will probably just pass this car by and not give it a second thought. Because I'm strange and I really like old Korean cars like this, I think this is fantastic. And what typical no budget reviews view is the matte fog windscreen. So yes, what Owen and his friends have done by saving this car actually from the actual emission zone, because it was just over the river from where it is in Thames Ditton, is absolutely brilliant. The Soul Classics Facebook group that I'm a member of, and where I've found various other old Korean and Malaysian cars to drive in the past, I'm sure will be very happy with this. Next thing I've got to do is drive an Espero, which I have driven before, many years ago, and the one that everyone was shouting and telling me, Ian Seabrook drove one of those, didn't he, on his Hubnut channel? Yes, he did, and I've also been offered that one, so you will be seeing that on the channel soon. I think that's quite enough about that. Let's now look again at some Daewoo Lanos trim levels. So the main ones were the S, SE and the SX, but there are also other models. One just called the Special Edition, which is hilarious, the S Special Edition, the SX Special Edition, the Extra, and the SE Extra. Some Daewoo Special Editions back in the early 2000s were called the Extra Cool. Obviously they had air conditioning. I don't know if you looked extra cool whilst driving around though. Yeah, you got 3 years free servicing along with a 3-year warranty and AA cover, one of these. Variants on this platform were actually made until 2020, although the Lanos for most markets were discontinued in 2002 and replaced really with, I think, 2 different cars, I would say, because this sort of always fitted between something like a Corsa and an Astra, sort of between the two. And they decided to go for a more conventional thing. It was called the Kalos originally, later on the Aveo, and then the thing above it was the new Bearer stroke Lacetti. So it's also called the Daewoo Sens, the Chevrolet Lanos, the Zaz Lanos, the Zaz Sense, the Zaz Chance, the FSO Lanos, I think it's built in Poland as well, and the Don Invest Asshole. Other places, obviously South Korea like this one, Egypt, Russia, Ukraine, Vietnam and Poland, as I mentioned. So viewers, should you consider a Daewoo Lanos with your hard-earned budget up to £1,000? I don't know. I did consider buying that one that I reviewed a few months ago. Then I didn't, and someone else bought it. So this one, it's too basic for me. I want the 1.6 SX because that's the most luxurious one. Even then, you don't get a driver's electric mirror. But you do get air conditioning and some other things. So anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the stream, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again soon for more inexpensive motoring.